Hey everybody, this is Stacy Turner. So glad that you're joining us tonight for our Gen Z talk, and just really excited to continue this Juice Plus business conversation with this new generation that's coming up. And if you are just joining us, if you are in the Gen Z age group, if you guys will just raise your virtual hand. So if you go to the bottom, it says reactions, and if you'll raise that, it just gives me an idea of who to call on as we're answering these questions. Honestly, someday I would love to just turn this over to you guys and this be your time without even us older on here, that you guys can continue to discuss and learn from each other. But for now, we're just thankful that you're here, excited to hear from you, excited to learn from you. And I know there's just this whole buzz now about all of you coming up in this new generation and the excitement that you're bringing. So again, just thankful to have each of you joining in. I would love for us to go around and just share how you were introduced to Juice Plus. So, Jake, I know your sponsor is on here with you, Jamie. And Jake, can you share with us, how did you hear about Juice Plus? And then why did you say yes to joining in the mission and the business and sharing with other people?
So about a year ago, I was really getting into, health and natural living. And I was kind of hating the job I was working at the time. So I was really exploring more options. And I stumbled across a place called Lola Blue, which Jamie is actually the owner of, which is like a natural soap place. So I met everyone there and they were all, so nice, and so educated on like health. So I asked if I could have a job there. And at the time, they weren't really hiring, but she said, you know what? We could use someone else. And I was so excited. So when I started working there, they were really introducing me to their lifestyles, how they eat, and then they introduced me to Juice Plus. And I was all over it instantly because it just made so much sense. I mean, everyone needs more fruits and veggies in their diet. And me as being as an entrepreneur and a real estate agent, I thought it just made sense to have all these benefits of the company as well. And I wanted to get all my family on it, so it just made sense to join as a business partner.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Emily, I'll call on you next. How did you hear about Juice Plus and why did you say yes to sharing it with others?
So I grew up in really like a not naturally healthy like food family. I really was never educated on that. And when me and my husband were dating, I had always wondered what my mother-in-law like was doing for work. And he told me, just it was Juice Plus, and I had no idea what that was until we got engaged. And then I had asked her, I'm like, okay, what is it you really do? I had struggled with IBS and gut issues in the past, just obviously from my eating habits as a kid. I never was taught the importance of real nutrition. And she showed me it. And I mean, the way she explained it, I was like, there's no way that this is real. Like, I couldn't get behind it. And so I just kind of brushed it off because I didn't look into it. And then I came back later when we were married and I was like, okay, I really want to know about this. Like, you planted that seed in me, and now it's just my curiosity is going crazy. And she just sat me down and she went through like our research and everything. And that's really what intrigued me. And then she showed me the business model. And I was like, okay, I want to do both. And so she obviously got me on the products because I have it stacked up here. And then she got me into the business, and that really sparked my interest of the business model and just the overall company's model. And I had been taking it now for over half of a year, and it's made a giant impact in my gut health and my skin and everything like that. I struggled with acne for a long time, and now it's cleared up. It's been an amazing journey, and I want to let others feel that process as well.
That's awesome, Emily. And your skin just looks gorgeous. So that's
Thank
always a
you.
perk, right? I think that's something definitely you guys can talk to your peers about. It's something that they're struggling with, and especially kids in high school. So Emily and I met at a boot camp in Georgia. So it was Peachtree City Boot Camp, and it's not a boot camp where you exercise and work out. That's a good thing for me. but it was a training. I've gone to that training forever. And when Emily walked in, we were all checking into the hotel at the same time. And I was like, oh, somebody else young. Like, I love that because my girls are here in the business with me as well. So I was excited to connect Emily to other people her age and my girls and their age. And so I think you guys would just be great friends. So Ansley, I'm going to turn it over to you. Tell us how you heard about Juice Plus and why did you say yes to the business?
Well, actually, I never heard of Juice Plus because my mom took it as her prenatal with me and my sister. And so it's always been a part of my life. I've never known life without Juice Plus. And so um, I mostly was better at taking it when I was younger, not so much when I was a teenager and, in charge of what I was eating more so than my mom was. But then really after high school, I got back into it, started drinking the shakes more. And then I started taking the capsules more. And then I was kind of already sharing with my boss at the time. And my mom was like, it would make sense if you signed up and joined me. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. You've been bullying me into doing it. Just kidding. But no, it's been good. And, my mom, we've been trained to do what she's been doing her whole life. We've always been a part of trainings and conferences and just Juice Plus is my life and Juice Plus is my family. So
That's awesome. Yeah, she was already talking to people, and I was like, you're doing what I'm doing, and you're the one with the connection to them. They're more likely to order with you. So why not sign up? And you made some significant money last year with it. So that's always helpful. And then from there, she invited Brielle. So Brielle, we'll let you go next. Tell us what got you excited about Juice? What changed? What about Juice Plus? What changes have you seen in your life? And then why did you say yes to joining the business as well?
Hi, my name is Brielle. I'm Ansley's younger sister and Stacy's youngest daughter. I also grew up on Juice Plus. My mom used it with me as well as her prenatal. So I've really never known life without Juice Plus, except again, as a teenager. In the same thing, high school, I was like, nah, I don't really want to take it. It's not a big deal. I'm fine. I've never been sick. Never had health issues. Well, that all started in high school. And so I was like, okay, I think it's time. Got back on and feeling much better. It's really been just the biggest blessing, and I knew I had to share it. And so that's what I'm doing now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Brielle and Ansley both have more team members than they have customers, and I tell them that's a really good thing. Most of the people they have shared with have wanted to start sharing as well, and had friends and family they wanted to sign up as customers with them. So of course we had them join us as a team member. So that's something I wanted to talk about in a few minutes of just how are you guys finding customers? Who are you talking to? So we'll turn it over to you, Clint. Share with us, how did you hear about Juice Plus and what made sense to you?
Oh yeah, hey everyone. I'm Clinton. For y'all who don't know me, so this is how I heard about Juice Plus. I mean, me playing sports in high school, I didn't really know anything about Juice Plus. So it's like until my senior year, I was playing football when I got hurt really bad. Took away my football career and stuff like that. So that's when I heard like Doreen, what's in it?
My mom.
Your mom told me about Juice Plus. Like it can really help me get back in shape with my health and stuff like that. So since me being an athlete, I knew like joining Juice Plus, I can help, get the word around to other athletes like, hey, Juice Plus can help you, like get better on the field, like, just stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
that's a great message for athletes to hear. Why did you decide to start sharing it with others?
Because for my knee, so like I said, the injury that I got like, on my knee, me taking Juice Plus, it really helped me like, start getting my strength back on my knee. So, that's definitely why.
Yeah, so just even seeing the need in other people and
Yeah.
wanting to share with them something that's worked for both of you guys, I think kind of we're seeing a theme with that, right? Something that makes sense to you and you want to share with others. Okay, so your beautiful friend beside you, tell us, are you also taking and sharing Juice Plus?
Yeah, I am.
Excellent.
Yeah, she got me into it. She started buying the Juice Plus for me, so I started taking it, and it's helped with period cramps and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you saw a difference in hormonal things.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, and are you in the Juice Plus business as well?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay, and why did you decide to start sharing it?
Because it just helps me feel good. My skin, I don't have acne anymore, so it just helped a lot.
Mhm. Yeah,
Mhm.
gut health is something, again, that is really connective with your age group. There, we're hearing it a lot. It's actually something that a lot of people are paying attention to now as we're learning more about that. But it's a good buzzword, if you will, to start conversations. And especially when somebody says, "Oh my gosh, your skin is beautiful. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
For us to jump in and say, "Oh, I can tell you." And as Beth says, she just says, "Have you ever heard of Juice Plus?" She just goes right into it. So I love that. Excellent. So, Wad, you're here with us. If you want to turn your screen on, I think your screen is on. Unmute yourself. We would love to hear from you. Why did you say yes to Juice Plus? Like, why are you started taking it? Any changes you've seen, and why did you say yes to the business?
Hello, everyone. Can you see me?
We can see you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Wad. I'm a single mom of 3 kids. 27. I know I'm just kind of teenager, but I'm not. I heard from about Juice Plus from Stacy. Stacy was my neighbor, and we have a big experience. We're not going to talk about it today because it's going to take maybe 3 hours or more. Well, actually, I heard about it from Stacy. She was saying like something about like Juice Plus, and she was talking about fruit and vegetables in gummies, and I was like, what? That's just something. What? That's just not make sense for me. And then I was just like, I want to know more about that. And so the kids tried it and they liked it. And I found like I can, help them to eat healthy food from like gummies and something that they like. They want to really eat it. And then I just want to add about my son health when he was little. When we were in Palestine, he was just not doing good and he was get sick really fast. Like it was just really bad. And then we didn't know what's going on with him. But when we came here, like we found out that he wasn't taking the right antibiotic for him. But since I took Juice Plus when I was pregnant with the girls, it helps me a lot. Like they're just I have twins and they're just they didn't get sick as much as like their brother. Um, but I don't know. We love Juice Plus and they're just keep asking about it. They just want every day. If I give them 2, they're like, can we have more? And I'm like, yeah. And then sometimes like if I give them 5, they start like, "Oh, you give us 5? That's a lot. You just give us 2 and they're just love to eat it. Yeah, but I don't know, like Juice Plus is perfect for us. It works
Yes.
perfect.
And they love the shakes too, the complete smoothies.
Yeah.
If she says she's going to make a shake, they are like beyond excited.
Yay, Juice Plus shake. That's just like they say that right away.
Yeah. And so Wad used Juice Plus some in her pregnancy. And then the babies, once they started, she had twin girls, once they started eating food, we would open the capsules and sprinkle it into their mouth. And we've got video of them like these little birds just eating straight veggie powders. And even to this day, they come to the house
They
and
still do it. Yeah.
they ask for capsules and they like straight veggie powder. I don't know if you guys have done it. It is intense. Let's just say that. And
Yeah.
they love it. And they're great little eaters too. So I
Yeah.
love that. All right. Thank you, Wad, for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Amberlyn, you're here with us too. Do you want to unmute yourself? Can you share your screen so we can see you? If not, it's okay. We can hear you.
Yeah, no, my dogs are running crazy. Got
No,
3
that's
of
okay.
them.
Amberlyn, tell
Um,
us how you heard about Juice Plus, why it made sense to you.
I heard about Juice Plus from, well, you, Stacy, and your daughters. And just some people from church. There was a health talk of some sort going on at our church, and one of the traveling PTAs that I was working with, somebody had invited her and she didn't want to go alone. So I was like, yeah, okay, like I'll go with you. And it was something that had got brought up in that talk, and then we attended a couple of like your coffee meeting, let's
Mhm.
talk about Juice Plus events. And I didn't really grow up like eating a whole lot of healthy foods because we were in sports and it was always on the go. But obesity runs in my family, and I've always been like try to stay on top of it. And um, there were some things that had gone on that made me start questioning my health, and like I started to get scared about it. And so my husband is actually older than me, and I was like, "Hey, well, if I sign up, like you can order from me, but then like we can get mine for free. So it's like the price of two for one type deal." And so we both take it and we really like it, and I've noticed my face is really cleaner too. And I've had some people ask me, and I was like, well, we started just like, we found an easy way to get fruits and veggies inside of us, and we really like it. And we've noticed our energy levels. And he's a cop. So I was worried about his health too. I'm like, well, you're going to be eating a bunch of junk food, and he's picky as it is. But overall, we just really like it. And we've started trying the shakes lately, and it was definitely trial and error. I will say that. Um, but from the help of our Juice Plus group chat that we've had, I think we've found just about our favorite way to make the shakes. So we're excited to start being able to take those more consistently too.
Excellent. And I think that's a good point, Amberlyn. If you guys are have customers that take or order the shake, is helping them find the recipe that works for them, you know, yeah, for and the things that they like. So excellent. Okay, Jake, I would love to hear from you. Tell us one of your last conversations with someone that has ordered Juice Plus, one of your last customers. How did that conversation get started? And kind of what was that process?
So my main like stream of customers, my leads come from social media. I share, why Juice Plus is important. I share healthy recipes with Juice Plus. So that really gets people thinking. So I've reached out to a lot of people, and the conversation kind of goes like, what are you doing every day in your diet? Could you use more fruits and vegetables? And obviously the answer is always going to be yes. So I share a little bit about Juice Plus and why it's important, and then I break it down on what you're actually getting, and usually everyone's all over it.
Excellent. Do you have a go-to video that you send to people when they ask for information?
I always send Bridge the Gap.
Yeah, that's my favorite too, still to this day. The other ones are great, but sometimes they feel a little bit like a infomercial or like a commercial. It's
Yes.
too short. It doesn't have enough meat to it. So I personally like the 12-minute Bridge the Gap video. And then I have it built into a page on boards. I don't know if you guys have done that, but it ends up looking sort of like a little mini website, and you can put your links into it. You can do multiple videos, or the 2-minute video on how Juice Plus is made. I really like that one too. Excellent. Thank you, Jake. And Emily, would you be willing to share with us sort of how your last conversation has gone with one of your newest customers?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had actually met a random person over Facebook because they had reached out and they were like, hey, I saw you in some comments of the Juice Plus ads and everything, and I need help ordering and I want to know more about it. And turns out she was a single mom of, I think, 3 or 4, I believe. And I was like, how old are your kids? And, I was just asking questions about her life and, what her nutrition looks like, especially for her kids. And I just basically sent her the Bridge the Gap video because it's the simplest way to explain everything in just a short video. And she watched it and she was like, okay, like let's get an order in. And so I made a cart for her and I sent it over and she just went with it. And I've been checking up on her ever since.
Excellent. So Emily, explain what you mean by you made a cart for them.
So as a partner, you're able to make carts for your customers, and that means you can order for them basically. You don't have to type in any of their card information or any of that. You just get their basic information like addresses and their names, their children's names and their ages. And once you get that put in, you just go and ask what they want, and you can add that to the cart. And then Juice Plus gives you the option to copy the link and send it over to them.
Yes, that makes it super easy. So if you kind of feel awkward about getting your, friends or family's payment information, most of the time they don't care. They're like, yeah, just do it for me. Here's the information. But you can build out a cart and then they put in that information. That kind of puts it in their court, right? So they might, forget about it. They get distracted. And so sometimes that can be a longer process. I have found where I would rather just call them and help them get started and get their order in and put it in for them. But there are times where it's really nice to build that cart. And especially Emily, you didn't know this lady. You guys had just
Yes.
on Facebook. Like, how would she feel about giving you her credit card information? We don't know, right? Like typically it's okay, but now we have this beautiful way that we can build out a cart, and it makes it super simple. So anyone else, Clinton or anyone else, want to share how you started a conversation with someone, where that last customer has come from? All right.
What was the question again? Sorry.
That's okay. Someone that you've recently gotten as a customer, how did that conversation start, or how did you meet them?
Oh no, yeah, it was by me just just putting the stuff on my social media and stuff. They just got to ask me questions like, hey, what's this? What does it do? And I give them like detail to detail, like what it does, what it helps you with, and that's how.
Do you have a go-to video that you use and send most often?
Yeah, it was just like pictures like I took of the products when I got them to my house. So I just literally posted them. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing a theme here, social media. The last three have told us their customers have come from social media. Are you guys using Facebook more? I've seen Jake on Facebook. Are you posting to Insta and then it shares to Facebook? Are you doing stories? Are you doing reels? Are you doing all of it? Jake, what does that look like for you?
So Facebook was the one I started with. I do the most on Facebook, but now I'm getting the vibes that Instagram and TikTok are where it's at right now. So I've started posting more on those two, and it seems to be picking up. But I do have my Instagram set up to where it automatically posts to Facebook.
Yeah, that's really nice. How about you, Emily?
Sorry. I just want to ask Jake to teach us how we do on TikTok, because I'm just really bad about that. I want to know how to do it.
It's honestly, I'm not that great either. I just pull out my phone and record a quick video kind of telling why I like Juice Plus. Sometimes I'll even just take a bunch of random photos of the products and stuff and piece it together with music. There's really not a whole lot to it.
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. Anything you want to add to that, Ansley? So remember, Facebook, on the post, you can make a longer post about Facebook, about Juice Plus on Facebook. You want to keep that a balance between like 5 to 6 areas of your life. If you just post, Juice Plus, Juice Plus, Juice Plus, it just gets annoying on that channel. So you can post that to your stories every day. If you wanted to do Juice Plus on your stories, like somehow that's not annoying, but on your Facebook wall, that sort of is. So just make sure, you can post a lot more detail and longer posts on Facebook wall. And so keep that in mind. Insta is more just like definitely stories and reels as well, those quick videos. And then TikTok, of course, just like Jake said. But kind of if you're telling a longer story, I would say probably do that on your Facebook wall, and then just quick things and more posts on the reels and TikToks and stories. So that's kind of what we're finding. I would love to hear from Beth and from Jamie. When you guys start working with Jake, when you've helped him set up, what are some key things that you did to help him get going? Jamie, do you want to answer that first?
Yeah, let me unmute. There you go. Well, Jake's kind of a natural born entrepreneur, I've noticed. Trying to think, maybe Jake can help me out. I'm trying to remember, to be honest. Because he works with me, kind of, I see him weekly. It just kind of happens. We have conversations. He'll come in and say, hey, did you see this? Or, hey, the team called last night, and we just kind of tag team what we're going to do. It's just it's like teamwork, I guess, together. We just kind of brainstorm back and forth what we're going to talk about, or, hey, this was really great. Let's do this. And we all just kind of work together that way, I guess. And we do a lot with social. I think I'm a real social media person because of my main business as well. I'm constantly on, and he's just a natural. He just picked it up and went with it and saw what we were all doing and the rest of my team. And then he just kind of went for it. There's never any, I tell everybody, just post what comes to you. There's never any mistakes. Don't overthink it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Can I add something, Stacy? Because I know
Yes, of
something
course.
that Jake has done. And they're a couple lines down, but Jake's really good. He has several teammates, and he's got some team, and he has brought them to an upline support for a phone call. And because he didn't, so they could I know you've done quite a few calls with Courtney, and right on that experience. So he just like brought them to her because she's knows more about the business. And I just thought that was a really natural, good way. I mean, we do that a lot on our team, but Jake, that's definitely a tool I know that you just came in and started using, and that's how you're learning too.
For sure. I know, Beth, you guys do a lot of three-way calls on your team. I love learning from you on that. Jake, do you want to add anything to that piece of the conversation?
Yeah, really the biggest thing for me was just putting myself out there. And then like Jamie says, there's really not much to it. We just go into work every day and we just have those conversations like, hey, I have this person that was asking me this, what should I say back? And it's like a lot of that back and forth. And we really just have conversations.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about that of, tapping into your upline and tapping into those resources for education, because that really is key. And I know when I started 21 years ago, I was 24 and I was excited about what I had found. I loved this simple solution and I thought my friends need to know about this. I feel like I was 19 when I got married and my husband was in the Air Force. He was 22 and we were the youngest officer's wife couple on base by far. And so I was instantly friends with people like 10 or 12 years older than me. So I wasn't hanging out with like my peer group, if you will. I was just like into this, adult world, 10 years ahead. So that was my new peer group. I was hanging out with young moms. I was a nanny for a while. I worked as a dental assistant. And then we moved to South Florida. And that's actually where I heard about Juice Plus at a trade show. So trade shows do work. It can give you some really good market to speak to. It was great follow-up that worked on that conversation. But I was 24, living in a little bit more of an adult world, if you will. And I started sharing with all these people that I was around, these moms that were quite a bit older than me. I don't remember thinking they're not answering or they're not watching, the video or whatever it was because I'm young, because I didn't really see myself as so much younger than them. I felt like I was a peer to them. So I was talking for weeks, like 3 weeks. I was talking to a lot of people. I was giving them information and I just wasn't getting any response back. And I remember going to my upline and I said, okay, Sharon, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it right. I don't want to just talk to people and not help them get started. I can't help them until they take the product, until Juice Plus is in them. So I don't want to just be talking and following up. What did you think of the information and not getting any movement? What am I missing here? What can I do? And she said, we need to connect them to me. She had been in Juice Plus for a couple of years longer than me. Her confidence was stronger. She was closer in age to those people I was talking with. And they just had more confidence in her because she had a couple of more years of experience. And that's the beauty of an upline. We want you guys to tap into us, to ask us for help, to bring those people to us so that we can help answer the questions. And sometimes your closest friends and family will be the most skeptic because like, who are you to tell me about eating healthy? I saw you ate as a teenager and how you've lived your life and now you're this health guru. Like, where does that come from? So having somebody else to say, look, I'm new at this, but I'd like for you to hear from my friend, or in my girl's case, my mom, and just different conversations like that, bring somebody else then that has more confidence and that has more experience that's what a three-way connection is, whether it's meeting somebody in person, one-on-one with them, or if you guys bring them onto a phone call or a Zoom such as this. There's a lot of confidence that is transferred to that other person when there's three people saying the same thing, or they're saying the same thing you have already said. So I can't say enough about bringing in your sponsors and your help. And when I did that, when I started doing events and Sharon would come and she would present the same kind of conversation I had with those people, it validated what I had shared, what they had listened to the doctor's information on the video that they had watched. And then she knew how to ask them if they would like to get started. I didn't have that skill set. I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have the people skills even yet to do that, but she did. And so she was willing to help me. And then I really started moving fast. Then we started getting customers, and we just did event after event after event. And we started bringing those orders in. So I'm curious, Clinton, Emily, Jake, any of you guys want to talk about events or add to anything that I just said about three-way connections?
Yeah, so I can start. I am in school for nutrition right now. Actually, Juice Plus is one of the main reasons that I wanted to go that route, because figuring out Whole Foods and everything just led me into a different route because I've had past with nutrition. So teaching nutrition for everybody who doesn't know about it is like the most important thing ever to me. And for events, I'm really big on sourdough because of the gut health look of it all and just the importance it adds to the gut microbiome. I'm wanting to make some of those events, and I think an important part is connecting with local groups in your area on Facebook. So when you are having these events, you can make flyers on Canva and you can post them to those like community groups, like your neighborhood groups or your local area, and that will get you some people, and you connect like via phone number or however you want to do it. But I think events are like the best way to connect with your community and find people that you've never met with before.
Yes, 100%. Ansley, Brielle, and I all have gotten customers and team members from the sourdough events that we've been hosting, and doing one Thursday night, and pretty much everyone that is coming, I don't even know them. Now we're close to 150 people we've taught how to make sourdough. So we're past like our close friends and family. And now through Facebook, we're reaching just more people. I do 12 at a time, and the classes fill up every single time. So it's an excellent introduction into the conversation of health and into our community. And I have a very strong discussion about Juice Plus in there. Gut health leads right into the plants that feed the good gut biome. So I'm very serious about sharing Juice Plus. Like in my mind, that's what they're there for. And then the sourdough is the side. But I have got some great resources for anyone that wants that, even like what I say during the event and kind of the flow of that. So if you guys want those resources, please reach out to me. Thank you, Emily. Anyone else want to add anything either to three-way connections or events and how that's helped you build business?
I completely agree with the events. I think in order to turn your leads into customers, you have to get face to face. So having these events is creating that conversation in a deeper sense. I'm not the best with events, but I'm trying to get back into it. I actually just scheduled my very first event on my own. I think in like 2 weeks at a health and nutrition event. So I have my own booth set up.
Okay, so you're doing a trade show booth with it.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, excellent. Ansley and Brielle have grown up. I think you guys learned how to discuss Juice Plus from going to booths with me, and I always had them doing something on the side to make some income for themselves. But yeah, they've been to those. So I just heard that conference has been opened up to those of us that already have a ticket can buy a ticket or get somebody there that's either partner plus or QSC. So I don't know if you guys knew that, but that means all of you guys are now invited. If you're able to come in April, it will be in Indianapolis, and those big events are huge. They really are huge. I think, Faith, are you here from the last time that we talked? I think you might be, you were on last time. I'm not sure. Are you part of the Gen Z group? Maybe she's just listening in. I wanted to include her if she was. All right.
Faith is, I think, under Josephine. We did a call the other day, but she's in working, so she has an ear, I think, just listening.
Got it. Okay. So Amberlynn's already saying, hey, maybe we can do a booth at our local car show. So Amberlynn, you know, I'm in, let's do it. That's just a great way, especially in your local community, for people to see you and you know them and you're like, hey, and they see you and you're like, hey, what are you doing? What is this? And you're able to talk to them. So anytime you can have that face-to-face that Jake was talking about, one-on-one connections with people, those direct conversations, and you get to learn from, like, if I'm there doing that with Amberlynn, she's going to hear me all day saying, hey, have you heard of Juice Plus before? And going into that spill, it's an excellent way to learn. So Brielle, do you want to add anything to a piece of that conversation? No, she's not able to chat with us either. Okay, no problem. All right. Anything that you would like to end with, Beth?
Oh, you caught me off guard. No, I think I just want to say that for you guys to know, I just will share who I am a little bit for those that don't know me. I started the business when I was 33, and I wish I would have been 23. But I do have two kids, 20 and 23, and they're both in the business. They're both athletes. I tried to get them on, but hopefully they'll join us next month. And so they've been on Juice Plus for 17 years. They're both college athletes, and Audra's on her 6th year of college basketball, and she's been on Juice Plus the whole time. So would love for her to share her story of what that looks like. And I love that, Clinton, just the whole athletic field of where Juice Plus is going. I think that's awesome. And I just really want to thank you guys for coming and collaborating together and building community and maybe finding each other, because it starts, this is how I look at it. You're our next generation. You look at the next generation of coming in. Our company's been around over 50 years, and time goes by. And I remember when I started at 33 and I'm 49 now, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, we're investing into you guys. Like, this is for my kids. This is a business that I want strong and stable. So I love that I can just wrap my arms around it, all of you. And that Stacy started this, and I said, I'm totally for it. So thank you for everyone that came. And I appreciate that you guys just come back and don't give up. The only reason people don't do this business is they just stop doing it, or they give up on themselves, or they hit a disappointment. We've all hit disappointments, but that helps build you into life. Your story now, imagine 10 years from now or 20 years from now, still with this company, and maybe being at, wherever you want to be, even if you're getting $500 a month to, $10,000 a month, wherever you want it to grow, it's there for you. So that's why I'm here. It's investing for my children, my kids that are in this, and you guys. So thank you, Stacy, for having me.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Beth. And I love, just with that mindset, think about the future you, and you guys you're obviously, not just living with blinders and just for the moment. And keep that in mind. Like, this is long-term, can be really stable income for you guys. And my girls have grown up seeing this be what I do for a living. It became my career that I never knew I wanted. But I became passionate about people and educating them. But I remember when I first starting, we had one son, and I remember thinking, someday I want to have the time flexibility and the income to go when and where I want. That one day he's going to be grown up and he's going to have children, and I want to be able to know my grandkids. I felt like my parents and Jarrett's parents were missing out on that because they were working and they weren't able to travel. We lived in Florida, they lived in New Mexico, and they were missing out on these great kids when they were little. And I thought, I want to be able to go where our grandkids go, wherever that looks. And I was thinking that, knowing that would be 25 5 years in the future, right? So now 21 years in, just recognizing that it has given us the time, freedom, and flexibility to travel. My husband and I are going to Mexico for 3 weeks. We leave this Saturday, and we have our health and we have the time flexibility and we have the finances to fund that. I can work from anywhere. There will be a lot of vacationing and there will be days that we work, and we've built that into our lives. That was something we really wanted for ourselves way back when, and we have worked towards that to be able to have that. And I know Beth has done the same now as they they live full time in their RV and they get to travel. Think about, what do you want from this? Like if your family grew up paycheck to paycheck and that's all you know, then you might think that's all that there is. And we're just inviting you guys to open your minds to something bigger, a possibility way further than that. And knowing there's an endless line of people that need to know about this nutrition. People are interested. And as you plug in and you work with us, you're going to get, more confident, and your conversations are going to be more effective. And rely on us, bring us into those as much as you can. And like Beth said, don't give up. You have something really beautiful in your hands, so much so that we want to come alongside you. We want to create this community for you guys, because you replace us. Eventually I will age out of this, and I want my girls to have the opportunity to build something that they want for their families. What does that look like for them? It may not be the same as what it did for us, but it's appealing enough to them that they're like, hey, we want to be a part of this now. And so think future, think what you want to be doing 10 years, 20 years from now, and then make decisions towards that. And having a side income is just smart, whatever that looks like. And we just, again, invite you into this conversation. We'll be doing this again in March. Thank you guys for your time. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and so that we can keep it short. But if anyone has questions and wants to stay on, we would love to have you. So thanks, GenZ, for joining us.